제 252회 어떤 집을 원하시는데요?
안녕하세요. Hello everyone and welcome to LSK. That's Let's Speak Korean on Arirang TV. Today we're going to talk about how to go and find yourself a place to live. Very important. You need a roof over your head.
A crucial episode for those of you who live in Korea or are planning on moving in Korea, any one of those. Crucial episode is going to be a lot of fun too, and we've got two students.
Hi everyone, I'm Olga. Do you remember me?
Of course we remember you.
안녕하세요 선생님. 안녕하세요 여러분. 오늘도 같이 LSK에서 공부하겠습니다.
Okay.
Most foreigners here in Korea are paying 월세. We'll explain what that is in just a few moments.
Wrap it up.
With Lisa
And Steven.
어서 오세요.
원룸을 좀 구하려고 하는데요.
어떤 집을 원하시는데요?
혼자 살 건데 싼 집이 있나요?
The person who is showing you the homes and selling the homes is called a 중개인, the person in between doing all the negotiations, right? So the first thing he says when you walk in the door, 어서 오세요. We hear this everywhere. Let's all say it together to everyone out there, okay? 1, 2, 3.
어서 오세요.
All right. And our second line, 원룸을 좀 구하려고 하는데요. I think this needs a lot of explanation here, right?
Yeah, well, one room might be easy. One room, we call that a studio apartment in English, but in Korea they call it a one room. And then we go to 원룸을 좀 구하다. You guys remember this one? This is to get something, to find something, to acquire something. And we have 구하려고 하는데요. And what are we doing? That ending, that 하는데요 ending at the end is always looking for a little information, right? You walk in the door, you tell them why you come, and you say, oh, could you give me a little help with that ending and an upward intonation? 구하려고 하는데요.
Man, it's so hard to say that ending. Oh, twist the tongues around. Let's go really slow, okay? Be careful. Although it is one room, we usually say one room, okay? one room을 좀 구하려고 하는데요.
One room을 좀 구하려고 하는데.
Good.
두 룸을 구하려고 하는데요.
Okay. 하는데요. Be careful. 하는데요. Very nice.
하는데요.
And Nadri lives in a two-room, which is why he said he's looking for a two-bedroom. All right, let's go to that next line. 어떤 집을 원하시는데요? What type of house are you looking for? Very useful expression. 어떤 집을 원하시는데요?
어떤 집을 원하시는데요?
어떤 집을 원하시는데요?
Very nice.
Yeah. And when you want a noun, right? Normally in Korean, we don't use 원하다 a lot. We use 하고 싶다 a lot more, right? I want to do something. But then when you want to use a noun, I want this, one thing. Usually 하고 싶다 has to be used with verbs, right? But however, 원하다 can be used with nouns. And it's okay to say 원해요. I want this. You don't go, so 원해요, right? So 어떤 집, what kind of house? 원하시는데요. Again, that polite ending, requesting more information. This one's in full question form. We've got a little advertisement here. Let me show you a little here. We've got 하숙생. Seng is student, right, in this case. So the 하숙 집 is the boarding house, and the seng is a student who wants to who lives in a boarding house. 구함, what are they doing? This is an advertisement for a boarding house, right?
Right?
So we've got 월, that means monthly, 50만 won, right? There you go, 500,000 won a month. 식사 제공, oh, wonderful, they give you the food too. Look at that, for 500,000 a month, they include food. Then you've got 세탁기, TV, aircon, 완비. 완비 means it is included, it has
all
been
furnished.
supplied. Yeah, so all of these are furnished in the place. That's a really nice 하숙집, by the way. Anyway, and then you have directions here, and the 연락처 is the connecting number, the number you have to call in order to talk to these people. Besides this, for students, they also have a lot of other options. There's also a 자취, which literally means self-cooking, which means you got to cook on your own. It's pretty much just a room, and you share a bathroom and cooking facilities with other people. And then there's also the 기숙사, which is a dormitory. 기숙사. 뭘 원하는 거예요, 지금? What are you waiting for here?
For you to say that line.
Okay,
뭘
I thought
원하시는 거예요? What do you want? Oh, you want me to go over the next line. 혼자 살 건데 싼 집이 있나요? I'm gonna live by myself. Is there a cheap house? Oh, that's a good line, right?
혼자 살 건데 싼 집이 있나요?
혼자 살 건데 싼 집이 있나요?
And one interesting thing to notice is, I don't know if this is the same in other countries, but if you tell the landlord or the realtor that you're going to live by yourself and you're never home, it's usually easier to get a home for some reason.
They like to rent out only to people living alone. Yeah, it's a little bit easier. 혼자 살 건데 사다 we've had before. 살다 is to live somewhere. It's an irregular verb. 살 건데, here we go. The lil dropped off, but then it was added back on because it's turning into the future tense, right? 살 건데, I'm going to live alone. And then we have 싼 집이 있나요? Do you have a cheap place? And be careful that pronunciation. 싼 것이 있나요?
All right, let's go take a look at today's Korean Insight. Korean Insight. Have you ever gone into the store and,
제가 엄청 음료수 사왔어요.
음료수 사왔어요.
네, 좀 드세요.
Thank you.
The old Let's Speak Korean drink. Oh, this is my favorite. I love this one. Ooh,
what's wrong?
that tastes funny.
Really?
Did you read? 아! 유통기간 안 봤죠?
죄송합니다.
유통기간 봐야죠.
What is this, 2003?
It's a little old, ladies and gentlemen. That is today's Korean tip. We're going to tell you about how to read labels, and this is something you should all do in order to make sure you're getting the healthiest food possible. So to do that, you look on the back. First of all, the most important thing is the 유통기간. You got to make sure it's still a decent time. Sometimes, right, especially on milk, you got to check out the 유통기간 because that means if it's past that time, then you should be throwing it away, not drinking it, right? So here's your limit, and then we've got 원재료명. And what's going on here? You see all the ingredients listed. Okay, so here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's where you look for the ingredients. You look for 원재료명. The 원재료 is the ingredients.
And the one is the original, origin. That's what it means.
And 명 is like the name. Okay, so that they're naming all the ingredients there. Then we've got 보존 방법. And what is the 보존 방법? That is the way of keeping it fresh, right? How are you going to store it and keep it fresh? In this case, it'll last for quite a long time. And then we've got 원산지, which is the place where it comes from, where it is from, and then
this
some
is a
extra
good,
information
word
down
to
at the
know,
bottom.
too. 국산. That's a good word,
yeah. I mean, domestically produced, right? Yeah, very good.
All right, now that we've read our label, I think you're going to have to go and exchange this 2003. Whoa. Okay, let's go and take a oh, no. We got to go and ask Stephen to go and review over our lesson.
Let's review really quickly. 어떤 집을 원하시는데요? What kind of room are you what kind of house are you looking for? 혼자 살 건데, I'm gonna live alone. And then there's some more tacked on the end.
Okay, well, let's go and take a final look at our lesson.
네, 어서 오세요.
원룸을 좀 구하려고 하는데요.
어떤 집을 원하시는데요?
혼자 살 건데 싼 집이 있나요?
All right, we learned some useful expressions. Take them with you to the 부동산, the realtor. And actually, you can change this around and go to the store. You know, 어떤 음료수를 원하시는데요? You know, you can just change the nouns around and use them pretty much anywhere you go. All right, join us for another lesson here at LSK. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Yeah, and make sure to be with us next time. We're going to talk more about getting a house.
Yeah, bye-bye.